This update is taking forever, so I guess we'll start today's video. So the plan for today, we need to pull Miley out and do our nice little once over on the car, make sure everything's still good underneath, and give her a nice bath, because there's still so much rocks and dirt and just, yeah, she got a little bit dirty, but it's okay, we'll fix it up. We'll go ahead and get us a proper cold start, make sure she still lives, which the car drove home perfectly, so we should be good to go. Yeah, she's alive and well. So as you can see and as you can hear, the car still runs perfectly. I haven't had that little like fuel cut or ignition cut since we're on the track, which is a good thing, but I do want to figure out what it actually was. But the car still runs great. It drove home perfectly. It wasn't pulling left or right, so I don't think anything got like bent in the front. But today we're gonna wash the car, get underneath it, make sure everything's okay, and then make some adjustments for next time. We'll give her a couple little taps here. So I've never actually checked to see what kind of miles per gallon I'm getting in this car, but you can see we're a little under half tank, and for filling up in our town, driving an hour and 50 minutes there and back and doing a lap on the track, being only a little under half tank, that's not bad. We're currently at 229.7 on this current trip. So let's go ahead and get this car cleaned up, because as you can see, it's there's just sand and stuff everywhere, all inside the wheels, all back here, and on this side of the car, well, there's dirt and stuff inside this wheel, but all up here we have rubber all over the side of the car. So yeah, she's a mess. I was gonna pull up my pressure washer and just wash the car here, but thinking about it now, we might as well go to the car wash and use all their stuff. It's so much easier just to foam the entire car, use their pressure washer, so we'll do that instead. So I just went through and checked the pressure of each tire because I was curious to see if they've gone up or changed at all, and it looks like we've gone up about 4 psi on each tire, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but this past time we had a lot more tire squeal. The first time we went out on this tire setup, we had them all set to about 40, and the car felt very, very good, very gripped up, not a lot of tire squeal, versus this past time we had quite a bit of tire squeal, and obviously you guys saw the back end of the car slid out a little bit. We did a little bit of off-roading, but things happen. So I think it's part being too much tire pressure in the rear and also too much pressure in the bags. That corner is a very, very fast corner, and it kind of comes up and then dips back down, so the car gets very, very light, and we just didn't have the grip in the rear. Last time I hit that corner about the same speed, it was good to go, but this time, due to having higher tire pressure and also higher pressure in the bag, I think it just was a bad combination, and it happened. Thankfully, it was a very minor off the track and back on. Could have been a lot worse, but we will make the adjustment to make the car much better for next time. The plan will be to either remove this spacer or just hit a smaller one. That way the entire car can sit lower with the lower bag pressure, so it's not quite so stiff. And then also to run a lower tire pressure back here, so the entire back of the car is more gripped up. So we're actually heading back home right now. I forgot I have a guy coming to pick up some tires for me, and also I have a weird, like, you can't hear it right now, but every now and then I have this weird like clanking, not quite clanking, but there's like clicking sound from the passenger side. It might be the fender liner that's all torn up in there. I'm gonna check it real fast, but like I don't hear it right now. No, see, now it's gone. I hear a little bit there. I think it's the fender line getting caught, but we'll check it out. So the good old Goodyear, I think they're Eagle F1s. Yeah, the Eagle F1s. These are the original tires that came on these wheels. These are leaving today. And if we look over here, we can already see some plastic hanging. So I need to get in there and get all of this out of there. I'm pretty sure it's on top of here as well. Yeah, you can kind of see it's all hanging down. So we'll need a new fender liner for this side. All right, so looking underneath here, actually looking at the wheel first, the wheel looks to be in good shape. I don't see any damage to the tire or damage to the barrel itself. Looks pretty good to go, so that's good. And then over here, the brake looks good. This is still tight. The axle looks to be okay. I don't see any like axle grease anywhere, so that's good. But obviously you see this thing is hanging and flopping around, and then this piece. So when I went off-roading and kind of like caught this and dipped it down and just shredded this entire thing. So this will come off, and I'll probably seal the one off the Savoy and toss a new one in here. But hopefully this was our I'm pretty sure this is it. I think it was going like this and catching the axle over there and going clack, 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 clack. So I think once this is gone, that'll fix our weird sound issue. I'm pretty sure I have, there it is. Yes. Yes. Fresh fender liner. So our completely mangled fender liner is now out. We have a nice fresh one to go in. Also notice my fender here, a little bit loose. So the bolt down there, looks like the dirt hit right here kind of hard, and it kind of just loosened the bolt up. But this didn't crack at all, which is very nice. So good on you, Rieger. And also I noticed my front little scoop plastic piece here is missing, but I believe I have another set that I pulled off a bumper before. Is that them right there? I think it is. Yes. So this one and this one. Got off the headlight. Yeah. Fresh little scoops for the front. These will go back in. I'm pretty sure on both sides, these got ripped out. Just like that, side number one is back and good to go. Fender liner is in. Our front little piece is also in. Fender's tightened back up. This side is good. Now we can move on to the driver's side and see what's going on over here. So driver's side wheel, looking good to go. Aside from the bend we already had, but that's been there. So this one's good to go. This side, the fender liner stayed intact all the way around. We just lost my front little cover piece here. But other than that, this side is looking good to go. Very nice. So at this point, all of our plastic pieces, both sides have been mended. So this one's back on and all the pieces on that side. Let's check under the car and see what we see down here. I don't see any oil leaking, so our pan's not cracked. That's always good. I see a bunch of dirt on the actual subframe back there and on the sway bar, but I don't see, I mean, I see some very, very minor scratches right there, but no cracks, no big gouges in the pan. That's good. A little bit of oil, a little bit of dirt right there on the trans, but other than that, looks to be very clean. Like I said, the car didn't pull left or right, so I didn't think anything was bent. But if all we have is some mangled plastic, I am very okay with that. It looks good down here. A little dirty, but looks good. So overall, the front looks to be in pretty good shape. Nothing's bent. That looks good to go. We had one piece on this side. We had a fender liner and a front piece on this side. I actually noticed there's a small chip right here on the side skirt, but very minor. And then on the front lip, I lost one of the fins right here, but the actual exterior of the entire thing looks to be good to go. So, I mean, that's all it is for the front. And then obviously some scuffs down here, which may or may not come off. We'll have to see. But hey, we're going off the track at like 115-ish. If that's all we got, we're very, very lucky. And I'm very okay with that. So now we'll go ahead and check out the back of the car and see what's going on back here. So looking under the backs of the car, there's actually nothing to really report. The only thing we had was my e-brake cable that was hanging down, but I was able to fix the little hanger right over there and just pop that back up. And then also the piece over here that hooks to the rear beam, that one right back in. So everything else looks good. Exhaust hangers are still there. Sway bar is still there. Yeah, not bad. Okay, round two. Wheels have been sold. Car's all back together. Now we can go to the car wash. All right, so thankfully I don't hear the clicking sound anymore. So I think we have fixed the issue. I'm gonna keep an eye on it to make sure, but so far, so good. I know it's been a little while, so we have the GoPro hooked up for some extreme VR6 sounds. Now the car hasn't had the little breakup issue since we're on the track, but we'll see what happens. as you can hear, my passenger side axle is clinking pretty bad, so it's dead and gone. We need a new passenger axle. But to my knowledge, that one's never been replaced since I've got the car, actually. When we first got here to Germany, I replaced the driver's side one, but to my knowledge, that one's never been changed, so it's just time. But I didn't hear any clinking when I was driving through town. We fixed the popping sound from the fender liner, but after I finished that little back road section, then I heard it popping a little bit. So it is what it is. I mean, I've had that on this car for almost 10 or so years now, so I mean, it's definitely served me well. So we're gonna do axle and we'll be good to go. So as you can see, we're currently at the hobby shop, my favorite place to be. So I was supposed to come and meet with Eddie, who's the manager here. Little life update for you guys. About a month ago, they actually had a job open up here, which I applied for. I'm just waiting to hear back. So we'll see what happens. I had a meeting with him today, but he had already left early because he had some sort of emergency. So we'll probably come see him tomorrow, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we have a new job. I can make some more money, some more consistent money, and get these projects done much faster. But say a prayer. Hopefully once I talk to him tomorrow, we have some good news and we'll see what happens. There's my Golf. Well, I was gonna wash my car, but the machine's broken, so I can't use my card or cash to get coins out or refill my card. So yeah, so no car wash. All right, well, I guess we will be washing the car at home today. Miley be looking clean once again, and I'm pleased to report that all these scuffs that were down here on the side pretty much all came off on that side and on this side. And there's still a few like actual chips right here, 1 and 2, but it wasn't super thick there anyway, so it is what it is. But for hitting rocks and dirt at 115 or so and have my car still be intact in one piece, not bad. If you don't know, my car is actually not painted. It's called Halo EFX. It's like a liquid wrap, like a high quality plastic basically. But yeah, held up great. I can't complain. So there it is, boys and girls. That is our damage report on Miley here after going off track at the Nurburgring. And I gotta say, I'm very thankful and very blessed. It's all as minimal as it is. We had the fender liner, some plastic in the front, a few scuffs here and there, and then the axle. But I don't think the axle is actually part of me going off track. It's just an old axle. Like I said, I've owned the car the past 9 years, and I never did the axles. We just recently did the driver's side axle. That was last year when we got here to Germany. But to my knowledge, and I don't think the previous owner did it either, the passenger side axle has never been changed. I could be wrong, but I don't think it has been, and honestly, I mean, it's served me well. We've beat that thing to crap for a long time, and hey, it served me well. So we'll get a new axle for the car, get that swapped out, and then honestly, she's ready to go. Now I know there's a ton of people who want me to never drive this car hard again, ever. They don't want to see this car get hurt, get damaged, and I get it. Like I said, this car means a lot to me, but to just have this car to go to car shows or Cars and Coffee and just never drive this car, I mean, I don't know, that just, it seems so boring. And what's the point of having a car if you're not going to drive it? And I mean, like, I'm in Germany. We have all these amazing roads and amazing tracks. I want to drive this car. I want to use this car. Yes, it might get destroyed. It might get damaged. It happens. I could be pulling out of my driveway and have some idiot come by and take the front end of my car off. There's no guarantee for anything. That's what I say, be thankful for every single day, because there's no guarantee for the next 5, 10, even 15 minutes of your life or the life of your car. So while I have the car, while I can, I'm going to use it. I'm going to drive it. We're going to make it better. And I'm going to enjoy the car. Like I said, it might get damaged, but at the end of the day, it's my car. I'm going to drive it how I see fit. And if that bothers you, I'm so sorry, but I love this car a lot. I'm going to keep driving this car. I'm going to drive the Savoy. I'm going to drive all the cars. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I know a lot of people say, stop driving your car, it's gonna get ruined, but it can get destroyed anyways. Like, there's no guarantee this car will last forever. I mean, I can be doing just normal driving and someone gonna hit the car. It is what it is. So while I have the car, while I still can, I'm gonna drive it as much as I can and just enjoy the car and just have all the fun I can have while we're here in Germany. That is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Do not forget to be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.